I'm going to be showing you all of the best crafting recipes here inside of the Forge. That's going to cover armor, pickaxe, and everything else in the game, as well as mid-game and just a bunch of other stuff. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into exactly all the best crafting recipes here inside the Forge on Roblox. If you want to be entered in my Game Pass giveaway, all you guys have to do is leave a like on this video, comment your username down below, and make sure you hype the video. You can hype the video by scrolling past the like button and clicking hype, as you can see on screen. I'm also giving away rerolls, so if you want rerolls instead of a Game Pass, comment that down below. Anyways, let's get into all of the very best recipes. So the very first thing you guys are going to want to go ahead and do is head over to the Forge, and this is where we're going to start taking a look at we're going to start with mid to beginning game recipes. Now, I do have some rare stuff. I sold a lot of it, but I'm going to kind of give you a basis and show you what you need to be doing to craft the best armor and a bunch of recipes. So we're going to start out with a early game armor recipe. We're going to start out with the early game armor recipes for chestplate, leggings, and helmet. Now, these are going to be kind of World 2 supplies, so you're going to need to be in World 2. So the very first thing is for a chestplate, you're going to need 16 rubies, 10 emeralds, and 10 cuprite, which this is the cuprite right here, emerald. So you're going to need, again, like I said, 16 ruby, 10 emerald, and 10 cuprite. And the base defense for this chestplate is going to be 134 damage. Now, obviously, it's not a 100% chance to get the chestplate, but it is the very highest chance it could possibly be to get the chestplate. The next thing we have is leggings, which is going to be 12 rubies, 10 emeralds, 8 cuprites, and a base damage of 117, which in that regard is pretty good for leggings. Now, again, these are early game recipes. So the next one is going to go ahead and be 8 rubies, 8 emeralds, and 8 cuprites. So I literally sold pretty much all of that. So I was going to just show you what it would look like putting it in here. But yeah, you get that. So that is the early game armor recipes. Super simple, super basic. Now, before I get into any more of the recipes, I do want to say, if you use this thing called the rule of 3, you can basically put 3 in of this, 3 in of this, yeah, a little bit of 3 in of this, and a little bit of maybe 3 of this, or and the last one's going to be 1, and those are going to give you the best options for multipliers, but that's up to you, obviously. So yeah, that is just a little option. It's called the rule of 3. You can try it for yourself. It's just recommended. It's not, you have to go this way or whatever. But the next thing is going to be the Forge mid-game armor recipes. Now, these ones are a little bit skeptical. I mean, I do agree with some of them, and then some of them I'm kind of on the fence on. A lot of people have been using these recipes, though. So the very first one is going to be chest plate. This is going to be chest plate. So you need 18 mithril. You need 10 ore and 10 obsidian, and this is going to give you base defense of 191, 15% vitality, 25% plus, another 25% vitality, then 12% weapon damage, and you're going to only lose around 8 health from it. Then the next thing is going to be leggings, and you're going to need 10 mithril, 10 ore, and 8 obsidian, and this is going to give you a base damage of 100, and the vitality is going to be 35%, and then you're going to have another 15% weapon damage, and then you're going to lose 10 health. So in total, if you do this exact set, you're going to lose a total of 15 health, but genuinely not too bad. And then for the helmet, you're going to need 9 mithril, 9 uranium, and 9 obsidian, and then that's going to be a base defense of 115, and then you're going to have a 35% vitality, and then 5% max HP AoE damage for armor. So that in and of itself is pretty good. Just off the bat, I mean, that is pretty good. Then the next thing we're going to go into is the kind of specific armor recipes. This is going to be the light-tite, or the light-tite armor recipe. So this one is going to be specifically if you have a bunch of the light-tites. So this is going to be 13 light-tite, 12 darkite, and 12 demonite for the chest plate. And this is going to give you a 15% bonus movement, 15% chance to dodge enemies, and 25% chance to burn when enemy damage is taken. So really, really overpowered. The next one is going to be 20 lightite, 15 darkite, and 5 demonite. This can be for leggings, 15% bonus movement speed, 6% chance to dodge damage, and then 10% to burn. Now, this is not the best armor by any means. This is just a specific type of light-tite armor recipe if you're looking specifically for light-tite armor. The next one's going to be 15 light-tite, 5 darkite, and 5 demonite. And this is going to be a 5% bonus movement speed, 8% chance to dodge damage, and 13. So when you have all these combined, it's going to be really broke. But if you kind of just had 1 or 2 kind of spread out, it's not going to be necessarily as good. So just keep that in mind. Now, the next thing we have is going to be we're starting to get to the late game ones. Now, these are not the most insane late game ones, but these ones combined are going to give you nearly 500, 600 points. So we're starting to get up there. It's starting to be a little bit better. So these are going to be the late Forge game armor recipes. So the first one we have is chest plate. The chest plate is going to need 16 darkite, 8 demonite, 6 obsidian, and 6 mithril. The base defense is going to be 250. It's going to give you a 15% chance to dodge damage. It's going to give you a 16.25% chance to burn when enemy damage is taken, and then a bunch of vitality. I'm going to start going a little bit faster through these because I feel like that'll be easier for you guys. So the next one we have leggings. You're going to need 14 darkite, 6 demonite, and 5 obsidian, and 5 mithril. And this is going to give you a base defense of 2, and then basically the exact same ability as the chest plate that I just talked about a second ago, just a little. Then helmet, 10 darkite, 6 demonite, 4 obsidian, and 6 mithril. All right, once you've gotten all of these, that is going to give you the helmet, and that's going to have a base defense of 176 with a 15% chance to dodge enemy damage, like I already said, 70% chance to burn when damage is taken, and just a bunch of other stuff for vitality. So a lot of really overpowered stuff. But this is a late game armor set, not the best late game armor set though. This is going to be, this one here that I'm about to talk about is the literal best in the game armor set, which is going to almost give you 500 or 600 like damage defense points where you're basically not going to be killed at all. Chest plate is going to be 20 Darkite, 8 Demonite, 6 Obsidian, and 6 Mithril. The base defense is going to be 256 and basically has those same abilities that I was talking about on the last armor recipe, but way better. I feel like I'm just going to keep reading the same numbers over and over again, so I'm going to kind of go past that. Then we have the leggings, which is going to be 16 Darkite, 6 Demonite, 4 Obsidian, and then 4 Mithril. And then this is going to be a base defense of 230. Now we have the helmet, which is going to be Darkite, 12 Darkite, 6 Demonite, 4 Obsidian, and 4 Mithril. And that's going to give you a base defense of 187. So that is the best Forge armor recipe in the game. Now, obviously, there's other stuff you can, I mean, there's ones that you can make that are slightly better depending on what you're looking for, but these are some really good recipes. Now, I've kind of already talked about the rule of 3 and how you can implement and use that for yourself, but do keep in mind, obviously, the rule of 3 works if you have good stuff. So if you don't have like really good stuff, it will still work. It's just not as good. And you do need obviously a bunch of these kind of rare or like items, not super rare, but you do need some of this stuff here. So yeah, that is pretty much all for this video, guys. I hope you did enjoy. If you did, please make sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe. Helps the channel out a ton. We're on the road to 250,000 subscribers, so it would mean a lot if you guys did subscribe. And I will see you guys